century, an age where Spanish adventurers were fascinated by the lost city of gold. About 500 years have passed since then. And the journey to the world filled with fantastic adventures will once again come to life with Tottori Sand Dunes Sand. Let the adventure through the jungle begin. The legendary Golden City, El Dorado, is about to come to life here in Tottori. Beautiful sculptures that are created from sand. Tottori Sand Museum is the world's first indoor museum, specializing in the exhibition of sand sculptures. The museum offers a once-in-a-lifetime encounter. Every year, the museum exhibits sand sculptures created according to a different theme. After being displayed for a year, the sculptures become regular sand again. The theme of the 9th exhibition is South America. This year, a record-breaking 3,000 tons of sand had been used to recreate the vast South American continent. The first person to become the producer of sand sculptures in Japan is Katsuhiko Chayan.
砂像の展示ではアンデス山脈に点在するエキゾチックな文明やミステリアスな伝説、熱帯雨林の大自然の中で息づくインディオの生活や動物たちの様子、そしてスペイン人の開拓や入植の様子などをご覧になれます。ぜひ冒険心あふれたエキゾチックでミステリアスな世界をお楽しみください。
Around the world in sand, South America is spread into two zones, the Amazon and the Andes. In the Amazon, you will have the opportunity to see lavishing nature and wildlife. And in the Andes, you'll be able to view the ruins of the Inca Empire, as well as the Machu Picchu, which is beautifully crafted with sand. And where the two zones intersect, you will come across the mythical city of gold, El Dorado, the city that many adventurers thought after. The adventurer's world has been created by top sand sculptors from 10 different countries. To create world-class sand sculptures, the artists take on many challenges. Sand sculpting begins with the production of a sand block used as the foundation, which is made from sand and water. At first, the sand sculptors begin by creating the general shape of the sculpture and gradually work into their finer details. Sand sculpting requires patience, endurance, and various techniques to accomplish the task. Here, you can see the loose sand is being thrown at the sculpture. Excuse me, what are you doing right now?
I'm making trees, and to make the trees, I am tossing sand. I'm throwing sand that's wet, and it sticks to the surface I'm carving.
This is a unique technique which can be seen here at this museum.
Yeah, because some sand, it doesn't have enough silt in it, so even if you throw it, it doesn't stick, but it's very sticky when it's wet, but it's also very soft, and when it dries, it gets very hard.
Instead of carving and by adding sand, a three-dimensional effect comes to life. Again, this is a unique technique which can only be applied to sand sculptures. Tottori Sand Museum gives careful consideration to the lighting, therefore gives a greater depth of a three-dimensional effect to the sculptures.
Well, the control of the light is very important. It's incredibly important because when you work, you create this kind of shadow, this effect. And if you can control the light, this effect can be much more stronger.
What is important when it comes to controlling the light to create such shadows?
In the sand, of course, it's only one color. And if you make texture, you can change the shadow, so it can be more dark, a little bit more, and you can make a stronger shape. You can have a better effect.
However, there are risks that the sculptors must take when creating such three-dimensional effects.
Quando a gente vai fazer corte mais profundo, você tem que ter bastante cuidado e analisar, deixar uma certa quantidade de suporte para que não quebre nenhum pedaço da escultura.
For example, like carving the chin of a person. How much can the sculptors attempt to carve? They are constantly battling with anxiety because the sculptures may crack and fall apart at any time. The most adventurous challenge of this year's sand sculpture project was the creation of a real waterfall hidden under the sculpture of El Dorado.
This waterfall is like a real water sand, you notice, like if water will touch sand, this will be immediately discouraged. A little bit more difficult is connect, but I like difficult. It's very every time interesting. I like this idea. It looks like real, this water coming from sand.
Sand sculptors from around the world come here to create a beautiful world from sand, which can only be encountered once in a lifetime. The lost city of gold, El Dorado, South America's exquisite nature, and its people. It is time to explore this new world, so let the adventure begin!